Welcome to today's deep dive. Imagine you are standing before a billionaire, right? And they hand you a literal blank check.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Right. They offer you absolutely anything you want. But, there is a catch. Whatever you choose, like the mansion or the sports car, it is guaranteed to eventually break down, fade, or just turn to dust.
Yeah, I mean, it really forces you to confront the ultimate limitation of, well, material wealth. Because if every gift has an expiration date, asking for those things is kind of a waste of a wish.
Exactly. And that realization is the launchpad for our deep dive today into a profoundly beautiful spiritual composition by Guru Nanak Dev Ji in Rag Sorat'h.
Yeah, our mission today is to really navigate that stark contrast between the temporary illusions we obsess over every day and the eternal reality of the divine.
Right, and the text opens with this intense humility. The writer identifies as just a mere beggar at your door, addressing God as the ultimate giver.
But knowing all those material gifts will fade, the ultimate request here isn't for physical comfort or success. It is for the beloved name.
Which is just this huge shift in human desire, right?
Huh.
Instead of begging the universe for temporary things, true spiritual maturity starts when you look past the creation and focus on the creator.
Definitely. You realize that the permanence you're actually looking for can only be found in the divine.
But, I am genuinely struggling with this idea of omnipresence in the text.
Yeah.
It describes the divine as permeating every heart, the water, the land, and the sky.
Right. It even mentions the underworld and the Akashic ethers, so literally everywhere and in everything.
Yeah, exactly. So if this divine name is in every single atom of the room I am sitting in right now, why can't I feel it? Like, am I just profoundly distracted, or are we talking about a totally different dimension?
Well, you were not in the wrong dimension. You were just tuned to the wrong frequency. And this is where the concept of the Guru's Shabad, or the divine word, becomes so crucial.
Okay, so how does that frequency work?
Basically, the divine frequency is broadcasting everywhere continuously.
Yeah.
But if your internal receiver is tuned to the static of the material world, you will just never hear the music.
Ah, I see. So the Shabbat acts like a spiritual decoder ring.
Exactly, or a specialized lens. It isn't just a philosophy, it is the mechanism that tunes your perception. It destroys the ego, which is literally the static blocking your view.
Wow, so the ego isn't just a character flaw, it is the actual static.
Yeah, and once the Shabbat clears that static, the unborn Lord God residing deep within your own heart can finally be perceived.
That is amazing.
Right.
But the text also gives a pretty stark warning, right? Like, failing to tune that dial isn't just a missed opportunity for inner peace.
Far from it. Guru Nanak Dev Ji warns that a faithless cynic who is caught in the love of duality actually loses the game of life.
The love of duality.
Yeah.
What exactly does duality mean in this specific context?
It is the illusion that you are entirely separate from the universe and the divine. When you believe you are separate, that ego-driven void forces you to endlessly chase temporary material gifts.
Just trying to feel whole, which I guess traps you in a loop.
Yes, a really wretched cycle of birth and death. As long as you prioritize the temporary over the eternal giver, you remain bound to the physical realm.
But the true guru's teachings break those bonds.
Exactly. By tuning into the Shabad, that illusion of duality shatters. The soul is freed, so it will not be cast into the womb of reincarnation again.
It breaks the cycle entirely.
Yeah.
And the imagery used to describe this freedom is stunning. It says the jewel of spiritual wisdom shines forth.
It is a beautiful metaphor. It paints a vivid picture of a mind completely cleared of static, illuminated from the inside out, becoming a sanctuary for the formless Lord.
It really is a complete transformation. You start as a humble beggar, distracted by decaying things, but then you use the guru's lens to uncover the omnipresent divine.
Right, the divine that was hiding in plain sight all along, and in doing so, you finally attain that jewel of spiritual wisdom.
Which brings us back to where we started, looking at that ultimate blank check.
Because nothing in the material world remains permanent.
So, to wrap up our deep dive, here is a provocative thought to take with you today. If the text is right that nothing remains permanent, what is the one timeless jewel you are actively seeking in your own life? Or have you been too distracted chasing temporary gifts to even notice it?